going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Ridge Motorsport Park. Today is August 30th. I'm doing a 2-day track day here with Ongrid. This might be the last Ongrid, might be the last track day that I do this year. We'll see if the weather clears up for late September. There's one more here. I'm excited to drive today. It's been a little bit since I've been to the Ridge. I think it's been almost 2 months. So I'm excited to get back out there, see if we can shoot for a 158 today. Made a couple changes to the car. Nothing too crazy, but let's go over those really quick. So I swapped the valve cover out from my OEM Type R cover to a GSR cover that I got a CNC baffle and AN lines, bungs welded to by Charlie Moa, running to a big giant catch can that hopefully shouldn't fill up quite as fast. Got an XS Power S680 battery that fits in the catch can, and I have a Hone Developments PCB adapter to give the block a little bit more venting. In the back, I threw in a Hone Developments fuel return line kit. Hopefully that'll help me from starving fuel around the thumb when I get low. So I'm pretty excited to test that out. And that's been kind of a common problem that I've experienced at most tracks, the hard left-hand corner. So hopefully that remedies the issue, and today will be a good day. Not have to worry about any fuel starve. Car's been running good. Did an oil change, alignment, stuff like that. Just checked it over. Had to throw an axle in it because it exploded and shot grease all over the passenger side front wheel well. But other than that, it's pretty unchanged, and hopefully with a little bit more practice out here, I'll be able to get into the 158s today. I'm running in group 4 and 5 this morning, so I'm up in about an hour. Cody is over here. He's in group 3 today. Really not sure where everybody went. I'm not sure where everybody's at. A lot of people have garages, and I can't park in front of the garage if I'm not renting one, which is pretty stupid, but that's how it goes. So I'm gonna check the car over, set tire pressures, get ready to hop in, and hopefully this first session today will be a fast one because it's a little bit colder out. Should be around 85 degrees today at the highest. Tomorrow's gonna be even hotter at 89, so towards the end of the day, I don't think it's gonna be super fast on track, but I'm still ready to give it a shot. The other groups are doing driver's meeting right now. I'm getting all geared up and ready to go on track. I'm up in about 20 minutes. I'm just gonna check the axle nuts really quick. I had to put a new axle in, just making sure that the nut is still torqued on that thing. Hopefully the conditions are pretty good on track. My tires are pretty low right now. Hopefully they'll air up a little bit once I get some heat into them. Just make sure I gotta scrub them down. No offs this session, hopefully run some fast laps and with no issues. So I'll catch you guys once I'm in the car, and I'll see you out on track. good news and bad news from the first session. The good news is I ran a 157.29, and that's the fastest I've gone here by like quite a bit. I was shooting for 158s and I made it into the 157s, but the bad news is I'm pretty sure this motor's toast. This catch can, I'm not sure what's going on, but it filled it almost all the way up. It was like more than halfway full. That's not good. So I'm just gonna keep putting oil in it until I run out of oil today, and I'm not sure what else I'm gonna do from there, but this is definitely the last event this year that the Civic's doing. I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to run the whole day even, because it's getting to the point where I was losing VTEC mid-corner because I was super low on oil. So things aren't looking good for this motor, but we'll make a comeback from it, I guess. I have another block that I'm putting together, so I guess all is okay, but I'd rather not have my car puking a bunch of oil everywhere. So we'll see what happens as the day goes on. Well, I did my best to band-aid this thing up. I filled it back up with oil, put some microfibers around the catch can, classic trick. Hose this engine bay down with water. I really don't think it did much, but I'm just trying to keep it off the tire, in the back. I think I'm gonna do one more session. If it's still puking a bunch of oil and doing a bunch of dumb shit, I'm gonna call it for today. Put the car on the trailer, run it home, and then come back tomorrow with the blue car. So if this thing makes it through the whole day, this will be 2 videos. If it only makes it through 1, it'll just be 1 video. So we're about to go out in like 30 minutes. I need to get something to drink. I'm pretty thirsty. And after that, we're gonna get back on track and just give her a test and see what she can do. As I expected, this thing's still having plenty of blow by. Didn't really think that anything was going to change, but I just wanted to go see if I could repeat the issue. It lost a ton of oil in that small section of a session that I did, so this motor's cooked, I guess. Gonna trailer it home, figure out what's wrong with it in the coming weeks, but for now we're gonna get packed up, head home, grab Cam's car so I can finish the event out at least. I'm all covered in oil. I gotta swap some tires onto it. I gotta do brake pads on Cam's car when we get home, but I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow morning once I get the blue Civic back here. It's gonna be a long night, but I wanna be able to do both days of this track day. I paid for both of them, so I'm gonna use both of them. So I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, we're back. It is day 2, back at the Ridge Motorsport Park once again. Did a little bit of a car swap because the green car was having some issues yesterday, lots of blow by into the catch can. I just decided that I was gonna save it while the motor was still running and went home and grabbed this thing. This is just B20 LS trans. I swapped the tires on from the green car. We're gonna be running in group 4 and 5. The goal for today is to sub 2 in the first couple sessions, but I'm just gonna hang out, have fun, drive with friends. So not a ton to talk about so far, but I'm just getting prepped. Drivers meetings in like a little bit. But yeah, this thing's gonna be super loud. We put a different exhaust on it, and not quite sure that this muffler was the one to go with, but we'll have to see. Hopefully everything goes well, no mechanical issues. We put a stock power steering system back in the car with a cooler down here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but should be a lot better than the chase-based stuff that was in previously. It would boil the fluid over since there was no cooler. Hopefully all goes well, and we hit our goal time early in the morning when it's still cool out.
Well, as you just saw, first session did not go well. The car shut off on me on the straight before the corkscrew. I ended up diagnosing it and fixing the problem already. It was just the ignition coil inside the distributor. These things are notorious for having issues with that, which is pretty annoying, but it is what it is. I got it fixed. I'm a little nervous that it's gonna happen again, but it's pretty unlikely. So I'm gonna just double check everything. I'm gonna go out the very back in the second session and see what I can do, see if the car will stay together. But I don't feel great about ruining the first session of the day because that's like the good weather and when everyone can get their fastest time. But I want to be able to drive today. I got kind of shit on yesterday and I'm not trying to have it happen again. So we'll see how it goes. I'll catch you back out there. first. I managed to stay off the tow truck this time. Car was running good. I put down a 2-minute flat 0.9 lap, which is pretty good. I think that there's more time in it. I pulled in a little bit earlier just because the tires got greasy. I was starting to become traffic for the faster guys, that's totally fine. I think that I'm going to continue to grid in the back for the rest of the day, just so I don't have to deal with being traffic for any of these guys, but the car feels really good. The springs are a little soft, but no big deal. I'm excited that we're able to fix this thing and get it back on track for the day. We have a pretty long break before my next session, so that's a good time to let the car cool off and go out again. cool. The car's doing good, no further issues. Just the tires and the brakes are getting really hot about 3/4 of the way through the session, so I've just been coming in, early, just so I'm not killing tires for no reason. It makes the car a little bit more difficult to drive when the front tires are boiling hot and I'm just understeering all over the place. But we're gonna cool off. I think we're up in about an hour. Cam's gonna come out with me for the last 2 sessions. We got 2 more left in the day, and then we'll pack it up and head home. Session 4 was pretty fun. There was lots of people in group, lots of close driving, getting past a whole lot because this car does not have a lot of straight line speed, but that's all good. The car feels a lot more stable with a passenger in the car, but you lose even more straight line speed. But it was a lot of fun. The tires didn't really get greasy too terribly bad, so I was able to run for the full session and put in some solid laps. I ran like a 203 something. It is pretty hot out here, but we got one more session for today. Wind's picking up a little bit, maybe it'll cool down. Kind of doubtful, but having a good time. This car is really fun to drive. I always enjoy driving it, and don't think I'm gonna get a sub 2 today in this thing, but that's all good. I'll have to come back and try it again later maybe. last session for today. It was pretty fun. Car started feeling pretty greasy towards the end. No surprise there, it's pretty hot out, but that is the last session for this track day. It's probably gonna be the last track day that I'm gonna do for a while. Seeing how as my Civic is now non-operational, this weekend definitely could have gone better. Definitely could have gone worse though. Engine still runs in both cars, no major issues. I may have had to use the tow truck on track, and I may have pretty well damaged my engine in the green Civic, but we'll fix it. I got all winter to do it, so nothing terrible, but I wish that it hadn't happened. Thankfully, there's a pretty easy solution to this, and that's just going to be put a different bottom end in the car, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more Blue Civic content. Stay tuned for more Integra content. You know the deal, more fit content. But I'm going to be going to Autocross in 2 days. Today is Saturday. I'm going to be at Autocross on Monday, as it is Labor Day, I think. Yeah, it's Labor Day. I'm going to be driving a selection of William U's various vehicles at Autocross. It's going to be pretty fun. I'm really excited for that, especially because now I don't have my own car to bring. Cam's going to be driving the Blue Civic, so stay tuned for that. I think that's going to be it for this video. I'll catch you guys later.